Right, let me see here. Let me see. I am live and in color. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Last night we had a hot topic yesterday. Listen, Lady D, I'm going to invite you guys to speak so you guys could hear me coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Glenn Bidenhold invests out of sunny Southern California. And today we're talking about $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. Is college worth it? Welcome to the show, guys. I'm going to be kicking it like a sensei for the next 45 minutes to probably like around 2 hours. We're going to have a hot topic. Okay. So vets and non-vets, what we're going to be talking about today is $1.6 trillion of student loan debt. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you guys went to college. I want to know. Okay, and I'm gonna invite some people on the stage. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Just come on stage. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Okay, welcome to the afternoon show. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm your gracious host. Okay, and I'm going to be rocking out for a couple of hours. And if you stay here long enough, guess what I am going to do? We got other people coming on the show. I'm going to give you guys the 4 ways to avoid student loan debt for children. This is for veterans, non-veterans today. This is what I'm going to be talking about. And I want to be talking about this stuff, man. What's up, Fly Ty? I see some people coming in. I see Kenyon. And if you guys hear people coming from now, for those of you that are on TikTok, heart the hell out of this post because we're going to have a fun show. If you went to college, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If you guys went to college, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If you went to college, put a 2 in the chat. If you guys did not go to college. Now, let me read this, guys, and I'm going to read this real quick so we could talk about this. According to the Department of Education, at the end of 2023, the average student loan debt for federal loans was about $37,090. So right now, everybody that's on the stage, put $37,090. Lady D, what's up? How you doing? Lady D, come on. Lady D.
I'm doing well. How about
Wake your ass up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Outstanding. How am I coming through on the live? Can you hear me pretty well?
Yes, it's a little bit of an echo, but I can hear you good though.
Oh, there's an echo? Let me turn my mic down. Let me turn it. How's that? Is that better? Is it still an echo?
It's a little better.
Okay, outstanding. Now, guys, what we're going to be talking about right now, every single person put the number 4 in the chat. Let me tell you how I'm going to break this down. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to be talking about. Is college worth it in 2024? Okay, now you guys can get all pissed off, but this is going to be a hot show. You're going to be hearing people coming from different platforms. Guys, I want you guys to participate. For those that are here, this is going to be a fun show. So right now, do me a favor, heart the hell out of this post, and I want to get this up. And then also down at the bottom, you'll see a little share button. Hit that on the share. Right now, I am live on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Christian Mingles. All right. Now, here's what I want to ask right now while we're on the show. Here's the question that I propose, okay? $1.6 trillion of student loan debt, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys went to college. Put a 2 in the chat if you did not go to college. This is going to be an open conversation. Do you guys think it's worth it? Let's talk about this, okay? Do you believe in 2024 that college is worth it? What do you guys think? Kenyon, what do you think? Okay, you're a CPA. What do you think about this? Is college worth it? Do you believe college is worth it in 2024? If you could go back and turn the hands back of time, would you have still journeyed on doing what you're doing today? What would you have done different?
What would I have done different? I do believe it's beneficial, but I would say it depends on which career path you're trying to take. So I think that's first and foremost. For my career and my career track, like it definitely, I needed college. Today there's, it's for the millennials and the younger generations. There are other avenues to make money on social platforms. There's a lot of other means now. So you are able to make money without having to go to college, because I have colleagues and I have relatives that are successful with no college education.
Now, check this out. I got Luis. He said, hell no. Okay. Now, here's and the reason why we're having this conversation, we're continuing this conversation. Yesterday we had a hot topic, man. We were talking about this, but here today we're gonna talk about this is what we're gonna talk about today. we're going to have a conversation about facts. Okay. Now I see Dr. Carissa J. Let me go ahead and move her down to the audience real quick, man. All right, Carissa, let me go ahead and move you down. What's up, Dr. Carissa? What do you think? Okay. Now we're go ahead.
I'm good with you moving me to the audience. I'm used to it. Haters gonna hate.
Bruh.
All right. So listen,
I'm glad the topic is on the table again, and I want to hear what you're presenting.
Okay, outstanding. Tasha Ornelas, thank you for joining Clubhouse, guys. If you guys hear people coming through my platform, we are on all social media platforms right now. We want to rock out with you guys. Is college worth it? Now, let me give some stats real quick. Okay, now don't shoot the messenger, but I'm reading this. According to the Department of Education, at the end of 2023, the average student loan debt for federal loans was around $37,000. This is approximately 1.6 trillion of outstanding debt divided by the total of 43.2 million borrowers. However, the individual borrowers owes through various people. Now, for those of you that are here, I want to ask you guys on TikTok right now, put a 1 in the chat if you guys believe that that college is worth it. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that college is not worth it in today. Now, I'm going to also read some more stuff. Okay. How much did student loans increase each year from 2021? The U.S. student loan debt balance increased 0.8% since the end of 2021. The annual growth rate for student loan debt has slowed significantly in recent years. It is proven that student loan debts are preventing borrowers from purchasing property because they are in deferment. Now, whoo, man. Who wants to jump in on this topic right now? Because I think we need to get this going right now. Okay, what you got? What you got?
So I'll say that, I went to college. I have probably over $100,000 worth of student loan debt. I'm doing real estate, which is not what I went to college for. My son went to college last year for a year, and he decided he didn't want to go back. And I didn't argue with him because he didn't feel like it was worth it. He didn't want to be in any more debt than what he had already accumulated just from that 1 year of going. I would say, it depends on what you're going to school for. Obviously we don't want doctors, not going to college, because I wouldn't want anybody, performing surgery or doing anything that didn't have, an extensive history of education in those areas. But I think it depends on what it is. What are you going to school for will determine whether or not it's worth it or not. But I think a lot of stuff, and one of the things that I noticed too, like when I was going to college, I got my associate's degree first, and it seemed like once I got that, then everybody wanted you to have a bachelor's degree, and you get that, then they want you to have a master's degree, and it's like you're steady going, and it's more and more that is required. But I just kind of feel like it was just another way to just keep you in the system, to keep going. So that's my take.
Now, let me read this before we open this up now, guys. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm going to be your gracious host. For those of you that are on the live, we're going to have a real fun conversation. If you have questions or comments, put it in the chat. When I see us have up to 1,000 likes on TikTok, this is what I'm going to do. And I want some shares right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the 4 states to where the 4 tools that you guys could avoid student loan debt for your children. So right now, I want you guys that are here to like up right now and then share this to your hallway. Dr. Linden, thank you for joining us. I'm gonna give you 4 states right now. I want everybody right now that's in the listening lounge to put these 4 states. California. Okay. Delaware. Ohio. Wyoming. Now, put these 4 states in the chat, and I'm going to tell you guys how to avoid student loan debt by utilizing these states. So right now, guys, if you guys joined us, make sure you got a pen, because we're going to do some debate, have it fun and spicy, but I'm also going to tell you some tools to avoid student loan debt for children and how I'm doing it, okay? So right now, hard up, and right now, for the 7 people that are here on the TikTok live, I want you to share this and get me up to 10 shares right now, please. And I'm going to break down these 4 states: California, Delaware, Ohio, and Wyoming. But let me talk about this. Let me read this real quick, okay? The pattern was consistent for each year from 2010 until 2022. For the example, in 2021, the median earning of those with a master's degree, the medium right there in the middle or higher. Give me a number right now. How much money do you think people that are getting master's degree make? The medium. Give me any number. What do you guys think on stage? Or put your numbers in the chat if you're in the listening lounge. What do you guys believe the medium amount of money what a person with a graduate degree is making? Put it in the chat. 60,000?
Probably 50.
Very, okay. We got 50. What do you guys think? Okay. 50. What else? What do you guys think? 65,000. Camille, thank you for participating. 65,000. Okay. All right. Close. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. How much money do you guys think that a person with a graduate degree, master's or higher, was making on average? Take a shot at it. Okay. Let me see these numbers real quick. We got 70,000, 62,000, 70,000. Okay. All right. Guess how much? The average is $74,600 with a master's degree or higher. Okay. $74,000. Okay. 21% higher than those with a bachelor's degree, which the average was $61,600. This is average. It's not subjective. This is factual information. Okay, Ms. Vera Rose. So listen to this, guys. So check this out. On average, okay, only $61,000 for getting a 4-year degree, and $74,000, 21% higher for a graduate degree. What do you guys think about that? The mic is open. Nobody want to participate, man? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's participate.
That's horrible because it costs more than that in some schools per semester for the tuition.
And you fell right into the trap. That was exactly what I expected for someone to say, and you're 100% right. Okay?
Yeah.
So $60,000, $61,600, that's an annual. I mean, some schools are charging that annually. Okay? Now, I see it says it depends on the study. It absolutely does. Okay. So guys, think about it. Yes. So of course it depends on what it is, but the higher the degree, the higher the level of the degree, the more expensive it's going to be. Okay. And then if you go to an Ivy League school, it's going to be more than that. Hell, some Ivy League schools are charging $50,000 for 1 year. So let's talk about this, guys, because we're really gonna rock this out. Okay, and talk about these things. Okay, I got Omega, Dr. Carissa, I got Kenyon. What do you guys think about this subject? Okay, what are some of the things that you guys what do you believe? Okay, and then for those of you that are on live right now on the on TikTok, I might have to shut it down and open it back up because it's glitching right now. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. And we are talking about tuition only or room and board. Camille, you're 110% right. So let's look this up. Okay, so I'm gonna look up. Somebody give me a school right now that you went to. Anybody give me a school.
University of Arts, Philadelphia.
Okay. University of Arts, Philly. Annual tuition. Okay. So right now, tuition, okay? University of Philadelphia annual tuition is approximately $54,000 annually. Come on, man. Somebody help me make this make sense. Okay. So if you go into that school without a scholarship, it's going to cost you $54,000 a year to go there. $77,194 total to go there. Now, what type of degree programs do they have there at that school? Like what? Obviously, it's an arts degree, but what I mean, tell me why somebody would go to that school. Performing arts.
Yeah, music business, dancing, graphic design.
Okay, let's look
like
up
that.
graphic design annual pay. Okay, 2023. Okay, I'm doing it for last year because 2024 is different. Graphic designer on average, right now the jobs that came up is $48,000 to $74,000. So if you go to that school for 4 years, you pay $200,000 for a degree from that school in graphic design, and the medium basic barrier of entry that goes to that school is going to make around 50 grand. Somebody help me. Somebody give me another one right now. Somebody put a school in the chat. We're going to look up the tuition, and we're going to look up what degree you're going to get, and we're going to see what the average pay is for it. So somebody help me make this make sense.
Tony, don't you think you're oversimplifying things a little bit? I agree with you all the time that, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to ask you. I'm telling you.
Yes, ma'am.
You're oversimplifying, but I agree with you that people should not have student loan debt, period. But it's just the idea that you're trying to say this degree is meant to, when you finish, equal this job because your Google says so. But you're not even set up that way. No, let me land, because you are a real estate person. But you have like 5 businesses that real estate touches.
7, Jack.
They complement.
Seven. Get it right, sister. 7 businesses.
7 businesses
Okay, my bad.
that complement each other with like a theme of real estate. So how do you know that this degree would not just feed into the training and the credentials and credibility of somebody who would have their 7 businesses tied to that degree's theme? So you need to simplify it so you can win this, like, this degree equals this price tag equals this little salary. That doesn't mean that they have to have one stream of income tied to that particular expertise.
But how are they going to get another stream of income when they don't? I mean, okay. Somebody help me here. Okay. You go to school, you go to that school to do what? Graduate and get a damn job, right?
You graduate. You don't necessarily have to. You want a career. I hope you want a career and not just a job. And that could mean a number of things. As a writer, you could be a grant writer. You could work in publishing. You could also be a consultant. You could also teach. You could also run workshops. But all of it is writing. You could be a journalist. So I'm saying,
ChatGPT taking journalist jobs.
The degree is training, right? It's training that feeds into a professional who will have a career in a discipline.
Lord
But
have
I don't
mercy.
think you should walk out with a lot of debt. I think that what you teach with regard to avoiding college debt is excellent. And I think we should have that for parents and families at middle school level. But the rest of what you're saying, I don't agree with.
Okay, what do you guys think, man? Let me do a quick room reset. Welcome to the stage, guys. We are debating, is college worth it? Okay, LT, thank you for joining. Camille, thank you for joining. Listen, I'm going to shut down and I'm going to open this back up with a different topic, not Clubhouse, so stick around. But I'm going to shut down the TikTok and open it back up because I'm glitching a little bit. So make sure that you hit the follow button, guys, and I'm going to bring you guys back up. But guys, what do you guys think on Clubhouse? Tell me what you think. What do you guys think? What do you think about now? I don't know how else to simplify it. I'm looking up what the degree is. I'm looking at how much it costs. And then I'm looking at what I'm going to get paid in that career field. Why do I have to have an extra job to get the money that to pay my student loan debt off? Somebody help me here.
Why don't you just have one job instead of 7?
Because I want to make the reason why I have 7 businesses is because I don't want to make $1 million. I want to make $20 million. That's why.
Well, there's the answer to your question. It's training for an area, for a discipline. That's all a degree is meant to be. It's not a magic potion. I don't think it should be perceived that way. I think you're representing the role of the degree too big. It's too big. You're putting too much on it.
All right. So how am I not putting too much on it? The whole purpose of going and getting a degree is to get a job.
Well, let me give you an example. There are lots of social work students who we serve who've been working in their job for like 18 years, 20 years. They come back for the master's degree that you're talking about so they can add to what they've already. So the experience plus the degree is where they stand as a professional in the career. That's what I'm saying. When you got your master's degree, you had experience. You've never said that, but I know it's true.
Oh my God.
Crickets.
Listen, the only reason why I got my degree is because it was the reason why I got my second master's degree is because the military paid for it. If you went,
did you
I didn't pay one red cent. I didn't pay one penny for my master's degree.
Were you an old man with experience when you got it?
I was a young man with experience when I got it.
Okay. Well, you had experience plus the degree then. It was just complementing something that was already there.
What do you guys think, guys? Anybody else want to jump in? I see Tasha, Markina, Kenyon. What do you think, brother? I want to talk to you, man. What do you think about this? Okay, so I see those three letters behind your name, CPA, right? Can you tell me the difference?
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm gonna come back to you. I was multitasking on something, but can you come back to me in 1 second?
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, thanks.
So
I can.
Tasha, jump in.
I do want to say I agree with you a little bit, Tony. Like when I got out of the Marine Corps, there was no jobs available, right? Like there was nothing here or there, nothing was there. So I'm like, okay, I'll go the easy route. I'm gonna go to college. And what was irritating is I did what I know. So there was the experience and the education, right? I got an associate's in business management while I was still active duty. And when I got out, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not comfortable with not earning anything. So I'm gonna go to school just for the BH. Like that was my mindset. And there wasn't a single like profession or something that I wanted to learn more about. I was comfortable with leadership. So I got my degree. I got a bachelor's in applied studies in organizational leadership. I got my master's in organizational leadership. And I kept pursuing all the way through to my MBA. I'm not done with it yet, but I kept going through my MBA. But it was just for the BH. And honestly, going through those courses was frustrating to me because it's like they're teaching me what the Marine Corps already taught me. Like I'm going to college. I'm paying for college to get a degree, a piece of paper saying that I know what I know.
In leadership, what you did for 20 years.
Yes. But it's like, what else do I do? I'm not going to change professions. I was in the military. I did what I wanted to do. I found, my niche. I found the area of the market that I love. But trying to find a job in that scope was damn near impossible because I didn't have the paper backing it up. And I think that's a large part of the problem is society and the way it changes. Because once upon a time, you could be an expert in your field. You didn't need a piece of paper to back it up.
And do you guys
everything changed?
And Tasha, do you think we'd be more like Clubhouse where people can have credentials in here with nothing to back it up? We need something, right?
Can I ask you? Let me ask this question though. Okay, let me ask the question.
You know what I mean, Tasha.
I got a good question, guys. Listen to me, guys. If you guys are joining us, stick around, get a pen. This is what we're gonna do, guys. We're asking, is college a scam? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe it is. Put a 2 in the chat if you do not believe it is. Now, here's what I'm gonna ask you guys. Now, here's a fun fact. Okay, right now I just looked up the numbers for college. If you guys stick around, I'm gonna show you guys how to avoid student loan debt. We're gonna tell you some tricks and tips on how to avoid student loan debt for your kids. And right now, put the number 4 in the chat, and then I want you to write these states down: California, Delaware, Ohio, and Wyoming. Now, I'm gonna show you 5 accounts that you could set up for your kids, and I'm gonna tell you 4. We're not just gonna debate, we're actually gonna teach today, because I'm gonna show you guys how you guys can avoid student loan debt for your children. Now, I'm not telling that. Now, check this out. Thank you. You sound like Kanye West. Actually, I'm the Kirkland brand Kanye West. I'm West Kanye, by the way. You know what I'm saying? All right. So here's the deal, guys. Listen to me. Okay. We're going to share, as soon as I'm going to teach you guys how to avoid student loan debt. But you guys got to heart the hell out of this page. I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you guys about California, Delaware, Ohio, and Wyoming. These are the states that you can open up a single member LLC. Okay. Single member LLC. Put that in the chat because I'm gonna teach some of this stuff and I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, what's up, Anthony? Anthony's pulling up in the building. So if you guys hear a conversation coming from different lanes, we're gonna talk about this, and we're actually gonna give you guys some game as well on how my kids will have $600,000 plus as entrepreneurs going into college. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you guys want to know that, and I'm gonna break everything down for you guys. There's a reason why I'm giving you guys these states: California, Ohio, Delaware, and Wyoming. I'm giving you guys these states because these are the states that you can do single member LLCs, and you can actually start. You're actually starting these companies and these little organizations before your kids get ready to go to college. And this is what you guys are going to learn today. Number one, I'm going to tell you all of the paperwork that you need to avoid student loan debt. Number two, I'm going to show you the accounts that you need to open for your kids. Okay. There are certain accounts that you can put money away to avoid student loan debt. And then number three, I'm going to show you guys how your kids can make passive income while going into school. If you guys want to learn that information, stick around, get a pen, because we're going to be breaking that down. Now, let me tell y'all some fun facts real quick. Okay. Let me read this again for the people who think that college leads to a revenue. Okay. Always. Okay. So it says 1.7 trillion. With a T, trillion of student loan debt, okay? Approximately $37,000 of student loan debt for the average person. The student loan debt interest rate is at 8%, okay? $37,090 is the average student loan debt for Americans, okay? So $37,000 is the average student loan debt. In deferment at 8%, it usually takes people 20 years to pay off the student loan debts. 20 years, okay? $37,000 at 8% for 20 years is $171,000 of student loan debt. That means you pay $171,000 to borrow $37,000. Now, let's do a little bit of math real quick. Can now put a 1 in the chat if you guys are going to put a 1 in the chat if you want me to show you why this is going to be so much and how much interest you're paying every single month for this. I'm going to show you the long way to do it. I'm going to break everything down for you. Tasha, can you be my calculator? Can you pull a calculator up for me? Let's do this real time because I'm going to show you guys and explain what I'm talking about. And if you're not aware of this, if you're not aware on how to do this, then people are not thinking. Heather Cox, don't go to college, get certifications. I have 2 certs and getting my 3rd now, spent $750 total. Come on, Heather. Okay. Now, I am not going to advise you to do anything with your kids, but I am going to bring awareness of what's going on in today's market. Okay. Sal, now let's talk about this. All right. So, Tasha, let me know when you're ready. Open up your calculator and I want you to do this with me. Are you ready? Who has a calculator that can help me with? Let's do this real time.
I'm ready.
All right, stay off mute. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to put the number 8 and then put the percent sign.
Okay.
Okay, what do you have?
8%.
Just push 8 and then the percent sign.
Yeah, 0.08.
0.08. Follow me, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know how much interest she's paying on that $37,000 loan. I'm going to show you this, and it's every single month. Okay, so she put 8 and then a percent sign, right? That gives her 0.08. Now, watch this. Okay, now, hey, Jimmy D, stick around. You're going to understand what we're talking about. Hang out, guys, because get a pen right now. I'm telling you guys, if you're not following along, you're going to miss it. We're talking to you guys about how student loan debt amortization schedule works, and I'm doing it manually so you guys could see. And if you're sticking around long enough and I get up to 10 shares, 1,000 likes, I'm going to give you 4 tools that you can avoid student loan debt with, okay? And how to avoid interest. Okay, so we got 0.08. Now I want you to take that 0.08 and then divide by 12. Give me the number.
0.006666.
That number right there is the number that you guys need to know that the banks don't tell you about. Okay, that's the number right there. That 8% is the number that they utilize to see how much interest that you're going to pay every single month. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take that number and divide by 38,000. Multiply by 38,000, not divide. Multiply by 38,000. Let me know when you got the number.
253.33.
So 200. What is it? $253? Is that what you got?
253.33.
Okay, so every single month you're paying the bank of that 37. Now watch this. Here's where the mic gets dropped at. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, if you I'm going to show you guys, and I'll show you this on camera. I'm gonna do it again so you guys got it. I hope you guys are paying attention. She's paying how much? How many dollars a month?
$253.
She's paying $253 a month in interest payments every single month. Now multiply that times 12, Tasha.
Got it. That's 3,040. Rounded up, 3,039.
So listen to me, guys. Now watch this. This is going to be the mic drop right here, and I hope you guys were paying attention. I'm going to do this one more time with you guys so you guys got it, okay? I'm going to show it to you on my screen. I'm going to put a link at the top so you can follow along, guys. You're paying $3,000 extra in deferment every year because the interest still accrues. So that means that $37,000 or $38,000 at the end of the year in deferment, they're adding another $3,000 onto the loan in deferment. Man, I'm done, man. I think I need to. So guys, listen, the bank is charging you $253 a month in interest on that loan in deferment. So that means that $37,000 is going to be $40,000 at the end of the year in deferment. That means that when you have loans in deferment, your principal balance, which you borrowed, does not go down, but they still accrue interest. And this is why this is at $1.7 trillion, is because most people don't even know this.
Tony, I'm back for a quick second. And with that, I used to work in the student loan industry before in my current career. What he's talking about is when you place your loans in forbearance or deferment, the interest that has accrued over that time period is capitalized at the end of your deferment. So at the end of that deferment, that interest that you accrue is tacked on to your principal balance, and now that interest is being that interest is now in the principal, and now it's gaining interest. So that's why people's student loans go up over time. It's because that interest is capitalized.
Now, I'm breaking this down one more time. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you guys want me to go through this again, because I'll show you guys again, and I'll put a link at the top so you can follow along. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you guys want me to go through that one more time, okay? Listen, I'm showing you guys how the amortization schedule works and why the interest rate is a scam, guys. Why this stuff is actually adding up over time, okay, and how it works. Okay, I'm breaking this now. If I disappear, man, that means that Harvard got me, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. So listen, Jimmy D, you like that, right? Guys, share this to your hallway. Get more people in here. I'm breaking down this stuff for you guys real time. Put a 1 in the chat. Bruno, if you could do me a favor, I need you to get on Clubhouse. All you got to do is pin the, can you pin the YouTube link at the top, please? Because I want people to be able to click and see my face, my camera right now, because I'm having a hard time doing it. Let me see if I can do it right now. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm going to post the YouTube link at the top. Let me see, copy. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Okay, paste, boom. All right, so my YouTube link is that a link that you guys could click on? Sometimes Clubhouse be trying, let me see if I can paste this link right here. Post this link. Okay, invalid request. See, man, Clubhouse, man, I can't stand Clubhouse now, man. They be on some humbug. Okay, so guys, what I'm doing right now is I'm breaking it down shotgun style. And if you follow along, I'm going to tell you guys how much interest that you're going to pay. Okay, I am showing you guys this on my calculator, and I'm showing you guys at 8% each month how much interest they're going to charge you. I'm going to do it one more time. Are y'all ready? Put a fire emoji in the chat if you guys want me to kick it like a sensei again and break this down. Bruno, can you pin the link, the YouTube link, please? I would appreciate that. All right, so guys, listen to me. I'm breaking it down and showing you guys how to do this real time. Post, boom. Okay. Now, if you follow along with me, you cannot deny numbers. Numbers are real. You cannot deny them. Okay. I'm pinning the YouTube channel right there, so you guys got it. Okay, and then and Bruno is gonna come in here, and I'm gonna make him a mod. Let me make you a mod real quick.
Yeah,
okay.
Mod me up, and then I'll put it up there.
Okay, all right. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen,
I put it in the chat.
Okay, welcome to the afternoon show, guys. I'm going to be rocking out with you guys. I'm going to show you this real time, and if you're following along, I'm going to show you guys how the amortization schedule works. If you follow along with me, you will know step by step on how much money that the bank is going to charge you by utilizing this. In deferment, guess what? Your student loans, your student loan debt, okay, it gets even in deferment, you're still going to pay money on it. Okay. So guys, okay, click the link above my head, get on the SITREP YouTube, and I'm going to walk you guys through this. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you guys on camera. Okay. So now, all right. Now what I want you guys to do is I want you to type it in the chat. So you have this for reference. The reason why I'm telling you to type it in the chat is so you have it. Okay. So we're going to use, okay, I'm going to open up my calculator. All right. All right. So you guys are paying attention, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are following along with me on my live. Click the link above my head. Get on the live. I'm going to show this to you real time so you guys can see it. Okay. Now, here it is right here. All right. So now what we're going to do is the loan amount's going to be 40,000. Let's go 37,000. So right now put 37,000. Okay, on a piece of paper. We're going to use this, and I want you to follow step by step of how much interest that you're paying, and somebody show me how this makes sense, okay? All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push 8, and then I'm going to push the percent sign. Y'all see that number? 0.08. Okay, 0.08. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that number and divide by 12 months because there's 12 months in a year. I get this number, 0.0066667. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that number and I'm going to multiply it. Now the 8 is 8% if I got an 8% interest rate, okay? I'm making sure you guys are following along with me, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are following along, because if you're not following along, you're going to miss this, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number right here, and I'm going to multiply the loan amount, which is 37,000. 37,000. That means that the bank is charging me $246 a month in interest. So that means once your loans are in deferment, they're still charging you this. Now, your principal is what you borrowed. Your interest is the 8% interest rate that you utilize. Now, if it's in deferment, take this number and multiply it times 12. $2,960 more in deferment at the end of the year. Somebody tell me how that makes sense. Now, let's just say that you had your student loans in deferment for 5 years. You just added another $14,800 on your student loan that's amortized. Now, once they add this money if it's an annual amortized, they add the interest payment onto the loan amount each month. Now, if they're doing that, there's 2 ways that they do it. Pay attention, guys, because I'm kicking this information and I'm trying to help you guys. Listen to me. If they added the interest on every month versus the lump sum at the end of the month, you're paying money on $37,253. Then that gets amortized. Then they're adding another one and another one and another one. So if you guys don't understand how student loan debt works, this is how it works, guys. Welcome to America. Now, who has questions or comments about what I just showed you guys? I just broke down how interest is charged, and even in deferment, how they're adding $253 onto your student loan every single month. Who knew that? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys knew that. Okay. Now, Dr. Clarissa, what say you, my sister? I know you got a lot to say. All right.
I don't. I have nothing but gratitude. I love it when you teach about student loan debt, and I always say the same thing. I wish that everybody got this information, parents in middle school. I never disagree with this. This is good. There's nothing to say. It's excellent.
Now,
I just the only comment I have is I wish more people had access to this information.
guys, well, the only way we're going to do that and have access to this information, guys, I broke down how the interest schedule works. Guys, put a fire emoji in the chat. Click the YouTube link. Subscribe, guys. We will be breaking stuff down like this. Now, the biggest thing, the challenge that I would say, guys, is that bringing awareness to this stuff and understanding how the amortization schedule works is important. If nobody's talking about it, how can you learn about it? So what I wanted to do today is just show you the facts. Now I'm going to tell you guys how you can avoid student loan debt. So right now, if you guys want to know how to avoid student loan debt, let's talk about it. Okay, so I got a couple of people on stage who has questions or comments that they would like to propose to the stage right now. I know we got some people in the room, guys. If you got questions or comments, bring them up. If you got questions or comments in the chat, I see you, bro, Rue. Okay, so I got one of my fraternity brothers is on stage right now. Okay, now who has questions or comments about what I just showed just now? What about on Instagram? Type your answers in the chat. College was fun, but not worth the money. Okay, all right. So invest with JS. Why do you say that? I'm going to ask you why do you say that it was not worth the money? I'm curious to know. From your perspective, why was it not worth the money? Now, okay, so let me tell you how much my degrees were, okay? My first undergraduate degree was around 80 grand. My second graduate degree was around 87,000, okay? I'm an undergrad. My third degree, okay, was around, let me see, around 95K. Total. And then the second one was 82K because I went to a different school. Now, that's almost that's almost $400,000 of student loans that I got. Okay. So from those degrees, okay, that's an MA and an MBA that I got. Now, the only reason why I was able to get those degrees is because I was in the U.S. Marines. The Marine Corps paid for my college. Okay. I went to school and the military paid for my college degrees. All right. So for me to be able to do those degrees and not have to pay for them, okay, was essential. Okay. Actually, this is incorrect. So a little bit less than that. Okay. So I'm looking at the transcripts right now. It costs a little bit less than that. All right. So I'm asking you guys, somebody tell me, I want somebody to come up and defend why do you guys believe that not no 400,000 exactly. Okay. So approximately around 350,000 total. Okay. If I would have went to on campus, I looked up what it would cost for everything. And I showed, now I see set off settlement, discharge, the debts forgiveness, 1099C, simplify, hard charging devil dogs. Absolutely. Thank you for that information. So of course, now you have to be in a certain now, if you went and you got a graduate degree and you're making $150,000, good luck on getting your student loan debt forgiven. Now, what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's fair that since you went to school and got student loans and you make a lot of money that there shouldn't be any student loan debt forgiveness for you guys? What kind of comment? Bruno, what do you think about that?
Man, I think that that the way that they structure things, it's rarely ever fair, right, across the board. And it's unfortunate, man, but we're kind of in a society where a lot of times you strive to do more, but then in doing so, you don't get the benefits as those who aren't doing as much or trying as hard, right? But which is just kind of the nature of the beast, But like Dr. Clarissa said, man, I feel that if we can do anything different, is doing what we're doing now, right? It's let's advocate for this. Let's spread the word, and just get the information out, man, because you don't know what you don't know, right? So that's really the gist of it, man. But if we can get more people in here, or we can get more people learning about this information, right? And let's just kind of pick each other's brains apart to see how can we get to the bag in the best way possible, man.
Okay. And then I have a question right now. It wasn't, okay, so this is if I was going to school on campus, okay? The military with post 9/11 and the tuition assistance is how I was able to get a degree from University of Maryland, National University, and University of Arizona, okay? So they paid for all of that, and they paid for my broker's license too, okay? So guess what? Tuition assistance paid for my broker's license. I got my real estate license. Well, they paid for my real estate license, not my broker exam. But I was able to get my real estate license through allied schools, okay? And they paid for it. Yep, sure did. So I was able to get that money from the military, and the military paid for all of my degrees. I did not pay 1 red cent out of my pocket to get any of my degrees, none of them, okay? Now, when I went to school for undergrad, yes, that's a different story, right? But then I didn't finish undergrad. I finished undergrad while I was in the military. The military paid for the rest of my school. I got my transcripts, and they paid for both my undergraduate degrees, my broker's license, and my graduate degrees. Okay? So, Jimmy D, that answered your question. Now, here.
Tony.
Yes, go ahead.
So I was going to say, Tasha brought up something in her telling her story. I think she touched on something that's really important, which is, thinking through to the end as far, and I got to be honest, I didn't have that. I was first generation on both sides of my family, so I didn't have that kind of advisement. And I went into a program called Upward Bound, which was with the U.S. Department of Education. Some people know it's a TRIL program, and for first generation students, and what they really are, they do what they're equipped to do, which is to teach you how to fill out the FAFSA. So that's the assistance that they give with regard to financial support. But one of the things that Tasha said that I love it, and actually Bruno's wife brings it up all the time, is being strategic from beginning to end. And Jessica, I just realized I said Bruno's wife. Jessica says all the time, being strategic from beginning to end, and not just arbitrarily, I think I'm trying this, and then I'm going to try this, and I'll go undecided, and I'll pick a major later, and, just really not thinking through, because you're not planning on the financial commitment, or you don't really have a target, discipline, or career path. I think a lot of students that I've worked with, they have loose plans, and they believe that they're real plans. Like, my auntie was a nurse, so I'm gonna be a nurse. And not really, and I don't fault that, because a lot of us do that, but especially first generation students. But I think a lack of information about how all of it works, not just the financial piece. But I do believe that a degree is just a symbol of training. It's just a symbol of something. It's not supposed to be seen as this all-powerful thing that secures an automatic job. Your career is the thing you're after. And, you might need several credentials if that's the plan. Or you might, whoever said, 3 certificates might cut it. So you don't. I think education in general about the entire process is what's lacking, not just the financial piece, but just being strategic in general.
Now, here's another thing that I want to add too, guys. So I looked up everything. According to Research College Board, the average tuition and fees for 2022 for a school year are $10,740 for a year and year. So the average undergrad degree just for schools is around $50,000. Okay, $50,000. So that is right here from the Department of Education. Okay, and then the average baccalaureate degree will cost anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 just for the tuition. Okay, the average graduate degree right here, it says the average annual Okay, so the average annual cost for a graduate degree, let's see here. I'm looking it up right now. Average graduate. Now, it depends on where you go, obviously. Degree cost. Okay. Average graduate degree for a master's is approximately $45,000 2024. $57,000 for 2 years. Okay. Graduate degree costs in the USA right here between $30,000 and $120,000. So listen. So let's add this up. Okay. $50K undergrad. Okay. Let's go. It says MS program, Master in Science. Okay. Between $35,000 and $120,000. So let's go right there in the middle. Let's go 120. Let's go $70K. All right. Boom. So that's $120,000 of revenue that you got to spend. Okay. Now let's take that number. Now I'm doing the average. That means right there in the middle. Let's really talk about this. So right now I do 120K, 120,000. Okay. I divide that by 6 years. If I went straight through, divided by 6 years, that's $20,000 a year. Okay. Let's take that and divide that by 12. That's around $1,700 a month. Okay. $1,700 a month. Now let's add room and board on there. $2,000 on at the very lowest end. That's if you're on campus. 7, 2, 3. So around $38,000 a month for 6 years. Math is math. You can't deny it. Right? So now you're adding credit card debt. You're adding food. You're adding everything else. And this translates into graduating with debt. Now, obviously, if it's a $1.6 trillion, if you're $1.6 trillion problem that the government is going to have to student loan debt forgiveness, obviously it's a problem. People are not having, people do not have the revenue to pay off this student loan debt, and it's disqualifying people from purchasing property. Now, am I saying that? Again, I'm not saying that you should not go to school. Let me be clear, guys, for those of you that are on this live right now. By no means am I telling people not to go to college. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am telling you guys is this. This is factual information. Look, $37,000 on average for a person going to school and living on campus. That's how much it costs. Now, they're graduating, boom. They're not getting $120,000. Now, this is what I propose. If you pay $120,000, you should be getting $120,000 job graduating. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree with that. Okay? Now, let me reset the room, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Anthony Glenn. I am a buy and hold investor. I am a college grad. I'm a military retiree. Okay. I do have a graduate degree and an undergraduate degree, and I have a broker's license, and I have 7 businesses that I started. And my children, what I'm here to talk to you guys today is I'm going to tell you guys how to avoid student loan debt. Okay. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you guys are ready to teach, because we don't have anybody participating. So I guess I'll rock out. Anybody have any questions or comments about what I'm going to talk about today? I'm going to show you 4 tools that you guys could use to avoid student loan debt. And I'm going to go through the paperwork to set it up. And I'm going to show you everything that you guys need to know to avoid your kids getting student loans. Okay. Now, right now, I got 257 likes. I got 60 people that are on all platforms live. Okay, share this to your hallway right now. For the 17 people that are on TikTok, I want you to hit that share button and get me up to 5 right now, and then I will continue to rock out. Anybody have any questions or comments in regard to what we're talking about today? Thank you for the likes. I see them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions?
Brother, what I really like, man, is, and I want you to kind of put some emphasis on it, man. It's good to be able to get this different perspective But what I want people to kind of pay attention to, right? Like the person who is sharing this sentiment. Oh shit.
Leads are calling, Jack.
Call me, bro. No, man, I'll be super quick, man. The thing that I was trying to say is just that, like, this is coming from the perspective of somebody who still has a college education. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, pick up the message, but don't be so focused on how it's being delivered, right? Because, again, there is value in a lot of the things that are being said, but it's coming from a guy that has an MBA, okay? So this is coming from people that have degrees that are up here on stage, but we are giving you a different perspective on things. I'll land there, man, and I'll hop back in a little bit.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bruno. And make sure you guys give Bruno a follow. Okay. Bruno's the homie. Okay. And we're talking about this stuff. All I'm telling you guys is to have awareness of what's going on, how America is charging compound interest on utilizing these strategies. And what I'm doing is I'm sharing information so you guys could avoid student loan debt. So if you guys have a pen, okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of things and tips to where you can avoid student loans. Okay. Number one is going to be a 529. Everybody put that in the chat. Number two is going to be a UTMA. 529 and UTMA. Everybody put those words in the chat. 529/UTMA. 529/UTMA. I'm not going to explain what they mean until you guys put it in the chat. And for those of you that are on TikTok, you need to share up. If you have a pen and you're rocking out with me, same with people on Instagram. I am not going to go further and explain this until you guys, I need to see that you guys are participating. Okay. 529 and UTMA. Okay. Now, let me explain what these two things are, okay? All right, Man Fenty, okay, Clarissa, I'll pull you up. Now, Man Fenty, okay, I'm gonna pull you up, okay? I just invited you up on stage. What's up, man? Man Fenty, you had a question or comment?
Brother. Yes, sir, man. I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity to share our experiences about how to avoid student loan debt. I have an interesting experience to share, but I just don't know if this is the right time.
Jump in, go ahead. Just make sure you keep it short because we got a lot to teach.
I'm gonna keep it real short, man. Listen, I graduated at 18. My first job was a collection job. I worked at the debt collection office. So at a very early age, I got an understanding of how important credit was. So my credit collection job offered tuition reimbursement. So I went through community college. And I got my associate's degree basically covered 80% by my employer. Then I went on to a 4-year college, got my bachelor's degree, same thing, tuition reimbursement. You get a B or better, they'll cover 80% of the course. That was in 2010. Now the thing is, it might have taken someone who went straight through school 4 years to get an associate's and a bachelor's. For me, it took me exactly double that. It took me 8 years, but I worked the entire time. Then from 2010 to 2013, 2014, I just worked, and then I got a job in higher education. A big school here in Boston. Got a job at the university, and then if you work at a university, what happens? You get to take advantage of what they call tuition remission, which is different than tuition reimbursement, but basically you go to school at very little cost. So I was able to get an associate's and a bachelor's through tuition reimbursement. And then when I got my master's, it was through the university that I was working at, getting an income from, and I paid a very deeply discounted price for a master's degree from I would say one of the greatest colleges in the country. Got a master's degree in information technology, and I walked away probably paying altogether maybe $10,000 out of pocket or less. But that's a great way to use the system to pay for your schooling. So I was basically, I got my master's without having to pay out of pocket a whole lot. So I think people should just be keen to the fact that you can work for a university and get tuition remission or find a job that does tuition reimbursement.
Now, I like that. Now, let me break this down, guys. Let me repeat what he just said, okay? So he used tuition reimbursement, okay, to get his associates. For his bachelor's, right, he got a B or better, okay? And then he used, what did you use for that?
The B or better was still tuition reimbursement. So the B or better applied to both my associates and
your bachelor's. And then you got tuition remission for your master's.
University that I work for.
Okay.
Master, yeah.
So, and guys, that's how you hack it, guys. So if you look at that, $10,000, but then how many years did you have to go to school?
Oh man, that was the trade-off. So I didn't end up getting my master's until 2018. So I was already in my 30s by then. So but I took some time off. So I mean, it all depends. If you're trying to go straight through, it's probably not the route for you. But it worked for me because I was able to work alongside getting my education. It did delay in getting these things, but I'm on the other side at this point, and I'm ready to kick it into the next gear at this point. But that's just another route to take.
Now, and then let me ask you another question. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to put something in the chat. Let me put this in the chat real quick. Okay. How much now? Let me show y'all something. Okay. So I'm going to put some links in the chat. Let me see. Investor.gov. Okay. I'm going to put, oh shoot, I messed up. 1 second. I think I might've messed up. Oh, I'm still on live. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to put investor.gov in the chat, and I want you guys to put this in the chat right now. Investor.gov. Investor.gov. Now, I'm putting it in the chat. Everybody put investor.gov in the chat right now. I want you guys to click that investor.gov website, and I'm going to show you guys something that a lot of people don't know. All right. So I want you to go down to the middle where it says financial planning and compound interest. Okay. And then we're going to utilize this calculator so I can show you guys a couple of things. If you're with me, put a 1 in the chat, investor.gov. And I want you guys to follow along with me because I'm going to show you how this simple little tool is going to help you avoid everything that we just talked about. Okay. I just put it in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are following along with me. I'm going to rock out for a minute. I got 7 people on the YouTube. I got 17 people on the TikTok. I want you guys to put Coach C. If anybody that's here, put investor.gov in the chat. So when people come in, I need you guys' help because I can't type it in the chat. I can only respond to what you guys are saying. Okay, I'm going to put it in here. Okay, investor.com. Hello from OKC. Let me reply to this. Investor.gov. And that's a great story, by the way. All right.
Thank you.
Now, I'm putting it in the chat right now so you guys have it. Okay. So now I typed it in. Now I want you to do me a favor, Manny Fenty. I want to show you something. Okay. Now I want you guys to follow along. If you're missing steps, if you're not following along with me, you're going to miss it. I'm going to show you guys how utilizing the same strategy, he would not have to do any of that for undergrad or graduate degree. Okay. So go to investor.gov, the link right now. Fenty, can you do this for me? Can you click on that link right there that I posted in the chat? Go to investor.gov.
I'm at where it says check out your investment professional.
Okay, no, click the very last link that I just posted in the chat right now.
Oh, okay.
See it?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
I have to copy it. Let me just get it in my.
Now, if you click on that link, it should lead you to a calculator. Okay.
I actually had to copy and paste it, but yes, I'm there now.
Okay. What does it say? Compound interest calculator, right?
That's right.
So let's just say I gave you guys 2 tools, the 529 and the UTMA. Okay. The 529 account is an education account for children. Now, if you started putting money in here when your child is born, then guess what? You can avoid student loan debt by utilizing this strategy. So let's go with the initial investment. My initial investment is going to be, let's go $75. Let's go 70. How much money did you guys think that you can put away for your kids a month? Do you think that $75 is a good amount for a month? $75?
Yeah, that's doable for sure.
Okay. All right. So let's just say $75 every 2 weeks. Okay. That's a Chick-fil-A run for your homies and not going to the club, right? So I love Chick-fil-A, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but Chick-fil-A, there's something about those golden chicken nuggets, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. But let's do this. Okay. Let's just say $150 a month. That's a pretty reasonable amount. If you guys can afford $150 a month, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys don't think that's a lot of money, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Now I open up.
You don't think it's a lot.
If you think it's a lot, if you don't think it's a lot, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. So $150 a month. Okay. Now Let's even make it easier. Let's go $50 every 2 weeks. So let's put 100. So what's the first? My initial investment is going to be how much?
$100.
So put $100 in there.
Okay.
What's the next field? What does it say?
Monthly contribution would also be $100.
$100. Length in time and years. My son is born. I opened up this account. I immediately started saving for my child. So the length in time and years is going to be 18 years.
Okay.
My interest rate, okay? My interest rate is going to be, guys, if you guys are following along, put investor.gov. I'm going to break this down and I'm going to show you, okay? Now, for those of you who are listening, put it in the chat. How much money do you believe that this putting away $100 a month for 18 years at the same interest rate that they use to charge you in college, which is 8%, okay? Estimated interest rate's going to be 8%. So put 8, just the number 8.
Okay.
The interest rate variance is going to stay the same. It's going to be 8. The compound frequency is going to be annually. We're going to push calculate. How much money do you believe that Manfinity is going to have for his child at 18 years old? Let's calculate.
The results are in 18 years. You will have. You want me to say it? Is that,
yeah, go ahead. Say it.
You will have $45,339.89.
I think that $45,000 is more than that $37,000 that you got for your average student loan debt. Now you have enough money, right, in complimentary to assistance. Now let's go back and let's use this number again. Let's go to 150 and see what that number will change to. 150.
Are we changing the 150? Are you changing the initial investment or the monthly contribution?
My 150. I'm going to go 150 and 150. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to calculate. I will have almost $70,000. So if I put away $75 every 2 weeks for my child for 18 years at 8%, I will have $68,000 in a account for my child. Now, this is called a 529 account. On average, guys, and the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because, look, it's not about how much money that you save. The 529 account you can put up to, I can't remember the amount. I think it's $350,000 total, tax-free, tax-deferred, okay, into a 529 account. It is specifically for college. Now, I just showed you one tool to avoid student loan debt. You would think that you wanted to invest that money into a UTMA, a 529 account, and everybody say and, put an in the chat, and a UTMA. One is for college and one is a savings plan. You could put $50 in one or put $75 in the 529 and put $75 in the UTMA. Here's the fundamental difference. The 529 account is specifically for college room and board. The UTMA, the kid can take advantage of that, okay, and utilize those two tools right there to basically avoid student loan debt. So if you had $68,000 in the account and your undergrad was $50,000, then your graduate degree, you got $18,000 that has been accruing interest. So that money will continue to grow while you're going to school.
But isn't that what you averaged out? Isn't that what it is per year? So 45,000 would cover 1 year, right? It wouldn't cover all 4 years.
It depends on what school you're going to. There are 4-year degrees, right? There are 4-year degrees that start less than that. So for Harvard, for a 4-year degree at Harvard, let me look this up. 4-year baccalaureate degree at Harvard. Let's see what it says. 4-year, annual tuition for Harvard. Okay. All right. I'm looking it up. Annual tuition for Harvard. Boom. Let me see. Harvard costs for a 4-year degree, including books, tuition, and all of their expenses, is approximately $334,152. Can you believe that?
Per year is what? I'm sorry.
So look,
per year, did you do 4 year?
I did a 4-year degree at Harvard to see what it costs. So it says estimated expenses for 2024, tuition costs approximately $55,000 annually.
So that doesn't cover room and board?
No. $4,800 for fees. Housing is $12,424. Food is $8,000. Right? So now let's just go to a regular PWI. Let's go. Give me another school. Somebody give me another school. Put your school in the chat. Let's do a case study of how much it would cost to go.
Do Tufts University, where D1, the rapper D1, pretty good rapper. He's actually a professor there now.
What is it?
Tufts University.
Tough, T-U-F-T?
T-U-F-T-S, yes. It's right outside of Boston.
Okay. Annual tuition. Okay. Annual tuition. Tufts tuition for 22-23 school year was $65,000. This is nearly double the national average for tuition at a private school of $37,641. Right? So now I just showed you guys, if you put that money away, it's still going to give you a head start, but it's not going to cover all of your school. Now, when we start looking at these numbers, let's go to give me a state school. Let's go
UMass Boston. Okay.
Let's go Georgia State University. Annual tuition. Okay, now on campus annual tuition. Okay, so right here it says, okay, so housing on campus is $9,674. Okay, annually. Okay, books and supplies $2,000 annually. Okay, fees $1,320. Tuition $8,948. Just the tuition. So when you guys start looking at this whole total picture, right? All right. So right here it says how much tuition. So it's $110,000 for a 4-year degree at Georgia State University. Come on, man. Let's go to Georgia, University of Georgia, $106,000 for a 4-year degree. Y'all didn't even know that this was this much, did you? Right? So let's go to somebody give me like a mediocre school. Somebody give me a school that give me something. Somebody give me another school, y'all. Put your school in the chat if you guys want.
You want a private university or you want a public?
Give me a
Roxbury Community College.
You from Boston? Marquina?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Marquina.
Okay, me too. I just drove by Roxbury Community College. Wow.
Man, Marquina, I know people who will fight you for calling Roxbury mediocre. He said a mediocre school. You said Roxbury. You know.
No, that is very much a mediocre school.
I went to that school, so
People love that. You can't talk like that.
He said mediocre, so I didn't take it in that sense. I took it in the price.
Okay, all right.
You
So
gotta clean that up.
So listen, so right now it says, all right, so it says that Roxbury Community College annual tuition in state is $13.28 a year. All right.
What? That don't even make no sense. I can tell you one thing, Tony, just so you know, in Boston, I don't know if they're doing in other cities, but for Boston public school, high school graduates, they're allowing you to go to community college at no cost if you meet certain criteria. So you might want to look at your city's policy, but if you graduate from high school, there's select community colleges that they'll offer to students as an extension so they can get their associate's degree pretty much at no cost.
So right here it says 2021, it says to in-state, it cost, it says Roxbury Community College annual tuition. It says $624. That's what it says. Out of state, it says $5,928.
Who wanted to beat me up for saying mediocre?
Okay.
Stop it,
right.
Marquina.
She got her degree in trap music. That's what. All right. Hey, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get that degree, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I'm in the area, man. I just know you can go to Roxbury. I was saying mediocre.
Okay, let me go. Community college. Annual tuition. Let's see what it says right here for San Diego. Okay, so how much does it cost for San Diego State University? Tuition for San Diego Community College. Okay, let me click on here. It says, damn. Okay, UCSD 1 year annually is $56,000. Damn. I'm looking at this. Okay, it says based on the 22-23 4-year at SDSU would cost you $128,400 in state and $175,000 out of state. College is out of control, man. When you're looking at these numbers, it kind of brings things in perspective, man. Like $128,000 to go to a state college. They tripping.
So, Anthony, can I?
Of course.
Interject?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. Jump in.
So I want to circle back to what Tasha said, and she probably tired of me tagging her with this in comment, but it was powerful in the sense of being careful with the strategy. I know you're the numbers man, and I'm listening to all of the price tags, but you have to be just as mindful of what can your applicant get into. So they have to get admitted into school. So the way that strategy usually works is thinking of reach schools and what can they apply to that's kind of like above their GPA level. And, you know, we can look at the averages as far as admission criteria. And then there's some safety schools. And those are also factors in. And then how much are those schools going to cost? Because if you are able to get into a Harvard, or you're able to get into a first tier school like Emory, or, you know, they have funding, they have endowments, they have the ability to pay for certain students. And, you know, so the other part of it is taking ownership of how you show up as an applicant, as opposed to just how do you pay the bill. You know, and I know you care about, I know this is a big part of what you do with your kids, because we see you on IG reading every weekend, and they have homework till 9:00. So I know, but it's such a huge part of, you know, it's not really about which one can we afford. We can afford this when we're going there, because you might choose that one and can't get in. So it has to be like a really well-rounded strategy in taking into consideration all of those things.
So in other words, what you're saying, Dr. Carissa, is that our kids is going to go to DeVry.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said they're going to Roxbury Community College. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I had to choose between DeVry and Roxbury, I'm telling you, I mean, I love Roxbury though.
I heard Roxbury, they be bankhead bouncing and wearing Timberlands in your school. The butters. Is that what y'all call them? The butters? Y'all be wearing the butters?
You wear Timberlands everywhere here. It could be got on Timberlands here.
Tim's to the beach. My homeboy came out here from New York. He was on the beach with Tim's on. I said, dog, can't be wearing swim trunks with Tim's, man. Yo, I don't know what's in the water, yo. I'm like, okay, all right, man. All right, man. Hey.
We ain't from New York, though.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me do a quick room reset. If you guys are enjoying this conversation, guys, put a fire emoji in the chat. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm your host. Today, we're rocking out and we're talking about college. And we gave 2 tools, the UTMA. Okay, let me look up the max contribution to a UTMA so you guys got it. Max contribution to a 529 first, 2024. Okay, max contribution is $529,000 tax deferred. Okay, all right, 529 plan. It says you can put up to $529,000 in there. Okay. All right. And it says as of 2024, up to $18,000 per donor per beneficiary qualifies for annual gift tax exclusion. So you can put up to $18,000 in there per donor. Okay. And it's deferred. Now let's go to the UTMA, max contribution. UTMA, okay, is $17,000. Anyone can contribute up to $17,000 per child, free of gift tax consequences, and $34,000 for married couples. This amount is indexed for inflation and may increase over time because contributions made after the tax dollars are deducted cannot be taken. So that means that you can put money in there and it could grow tax deferred in your account for your children to avoid student loan debt and grow at 8 to 12%. This is the power of utilizing these strategies for growing the money. The other one is a Coverdell, Coverdell. And then the other one is going to be a custodial Roth. These are my least favorite. Now, if I go 1 and 2, my first one that I like the most is going to be the 529 for college. And then the second one is the UTMA. The reason why I like these two is because one is for college and it grows tax deferred. And then the other one is like a savings account on steroids. It's an education savings account. Okay. And then the UTMA, you can put up to 17,000 or 34,000 for married couples in there, and that money can grow. So the goal is to put the money in there tax deferred, and that's how it grows. Are there any questions about those 4 accounts? UTMA, 529, Coverdell, and custodial Roth. Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Any questions?
About UTMA?
Anybody have questions, comments? UTMA, 529, custodial Roth, or a Coverdell?
Do you have any, for those who are already in the debt, have anything for them?
Get some real estate so you can pay it off. That's why. Get a piece of real estate so you can pay off that debt. That's what I suggest, because real estate's going to lower your taxable income, number one, okay? And then the real estate's going to print money for you, and the real estate money is going to appreciate over time. So if anybody has student loan debt, I would tell them to get a property as soon as they can, and then utilize the equity position, the value of the property going up to pay off the student loan debt, so you only have one loan. You could do it 2 ways: cash out refinance, pay off your debt, right? Or you can utilize the home equity line of credit to take that money out and pay out and eliminate all of the debt.
Well, if you're not a veteran, what strategies would you offer someone to get into real estate? Because I've done all the right things. Like I told you, I was a credit collector from a young age. My credit is top notch. I got a good chunk of savings. I just don't know where to start in terms of real estate, because it seems like the interest rate's high. I got to go way outside the city because everything inside of Boston is just dumb, crazy, expensive, and I'm spinning my wheels. I don't know which way to go, what to do.
So, Manfinity, you see that number in the chat?
Yes.
Text me right now, okay? Text me your first and last name, and I'll call you. Here's the deal, guys. Listen, if you guys have questions or comments about investing in real estate, text 760-385-8211, and I'll get you on the calendar. Here's the deal, guys. The big thing is, if you're not listening to this stuff that we're telling you guys, you're going to still be in the rat race. Here's what people think. They go to college, they get a job, they get student loan debts. They start working. They got the degrees. They're in the rat race of having to work for somebody to print income. Listen to me. You're not going to become a millionaire by saving money. You become a millionaire by investing money, trading your money for a commodity or an asset that's going to print money for you infinitely. The only 2 things that does that for you are corporate structures and real estate. That's it. There's nothing else that does that. Now, people say, well, what about a Roth IRA? What about my 401k? You can't invest in a 401k.
A certificate of deposit.
You cannot invest in a CD if you're dead. You cannot invest in a 401k if you're not working. So these are tools that grow money, but it does not print money. Real estate prints money. Okay? Real estate prints money. Investment accounts. What's up, Onaje? I see you in here. Chris, I see you in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Click the YouTube channel. If you guys want to click on the YouTube channel, see me on live. Right now, I'm on all social media platforms and I'm rocking out. We're talking about college. Okay. And we're talking about the pros and cons of college. And we're also giving some examples of some things that you guys could do to avoid student loan debt. Now, here's the deal. Here's the reason why I say that. Investment accounts are to grow money. That means that you have to make money to invest the money to grow. Okay. You're subject to what the market, you're subject to what the S&P 500 does, or the Dow, the NASDAQ, the stuff that you invest in. You're subject to the compounding interest that money is going to grow. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is if you put $1 million in there, you're subject to market changing. Your money can only compound for what you have in it, unless you're continuing to invest reoccurring. The beauty of real estate is this. If I have a tenant in a property, they give me a check every month, right? The value of the property usually essentially goes up over time, correct? These are all facts, right? So when you're listening to what I'm saying, and I'm telling you guys about this stuff, right? When you're looking and you have investors and things like that, guys, real estate, when you have tenants in there, every single month you're going to get a check. Infinitely, as long as you have tenants in there. And the value of the property is going up. That's called appreciation. And you get to deduct the useful life of the property. That's called depreciation. So right now, if I had a $500,000 property, I would take that $500,000 and I would divide by 27 and a half. That would give me approximately $18,181 of a tax deduction for having that property every single year. So if you make $150,000 a year, don't you want to have a tax deduction of $18,181 because you own property?
Where did you come up with the term with the 27? Why did you divide it by 27?
Okay, I want you to open up your computer and I want you to Google this.
Okay.
How many years can I depreciate a piece of real estate? What is the depreciation years of a piece of real estate? And I want you to read it to me.
It says 27.5 commercial property and real estate depreciation defined. Commercial and residential building assets can be depreciated either over 39 years straight line for commercial property or 27 and a half year straight line for residential property as dictated by the current U.S. tax code. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that otherwise.
Most people don't know it. So why do you think?
You trying to tell me you got a bunch of people, a gang of people out here not knowing that they can be depreciating whatever you just said.
Now, investment property. Yep. An investment property for 27 and a half years.
What if you're living inside of the unit, the home, it's like a triple decker, and you're living in one of the units?
Well, if you have rental income coming in there, those additional units can be utilized for depreciation.
So what happens if you own the home? Because I'm thinking of my mama. She owned her home since 1979. She probably has never done this.
Now let me see. Now watch this though. If she moved out of it now, you get the mortgage interest tax deduction, but you don't get depreciation unless you have tenants in it. This is for investment properties. So if your mom moved out of that property and put tenants in it, she'll get that depreciation for each year.
Oh, but because she lives in one of the 3 units, she can't do this.
Well, she can depreciate it because she has investors in it. It's a multi-unit.
So since she hasn't done it since she owned it in 79 through today, can she start doing it tomorrow? I mean, for this upcoming year?
She's going to have to talk to a tax professional. Now, okay. I'm telling you, what I do know is that 27 and a half years for investment properties. So if you have tenants in the property, and I'm going to Google it right now, can you use depreciation for multi-units if you live in one?
I believe so.
Yes. Okay. Flat rate and unit cost depreciation can be modeled using the following reoccurrence. So yes, you can. Okay. Now, depreciation, to calculate annual depreciation, simply divide the basis by 27.5 years. Okay. And then only if you're utilizing depreciation expense for a given year is calculated by dividing the original cost Okay, and you can do all types of stuff when you have investment properties. This is what I advise your granny to do. Set up an LLC. Okay, it says for loss recovery up to 27 and a half residential building for years or non-residential. Okay, so all of the stuff that I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you where to find it. Why do you think rich people are buying property? Because they don't want to pay taxes to Uncle Sam. That's why you see them going out there. But see, most people, okay, people who think like broke people, they want to go buy the Escalade and do all types of other goofy shit. But the people who are really making the money, they're going out and getting assets that's going to make money for them. So if I go out and I buy a property, right, and then and for disclosure purposes only, this is for entertainment purposes. You are to do your own due diligence, guys. I am not a CPA or enrolled agent, but I do know the power of depreciation. Everything is off of the IRS website that I'm reading. So you are to do your own due diligence. By any means is this financial advice. I want to get that disclosure out there. Now, going back to what I was saying, right? This is what I would do if I was Granny. Set up an LLC, run the rental income through the LLC, and then open up a business checking and savings account, and then utilize the corporate structure to lower her taxable income by utilizing a SEP. Okay, now Man Fenty, look up SEP for me. SEPIRA. Are you here? Man Fenty.
Yeah, you call me SEPIRA.
Google that and tell me what it says.
SEPIRA. Simplified Employee Pension Plan. SEP. It says ASEP plan allows employers to contribute to.
Pause right there. Allows who? Allows who? Say it one more time. Who does it allow?
A SEP plan allows employers.
Pause. Employers. So when she creates an LLC, she is a who?
An employer.
Keep reading.
Okay, and a SEP plan allows employers to contribute to traditional IRAs, SEP IRAs, set up for employees. A business of any size, even self-employed, can establish a SEP, Simplified Employee Pension Plan.
Now, how much money can you put in there annually? Google that.
How much money can you put into an SEP plan?
Yep. How much money can I put into a SEP annually?
Okay. According to this, it says right here. It says cannot exceed the lesser of 25% of compensation or $66,000 for 2023.
Pause right there. $66,000. Did you know that? So your granny can put $66,000 in there tax deferred for her retirement.
Wait a minute.
Oh, now
I'm trying to understand this.
Yes. Now watch this. Number one, she creates a corporate structure. She has a fourplex. Now, do me a favor, guys, and I want everybody to click the link above my head because I'm going to draw it out so you guys can see it. That way you can better understand it. So click the link above my head, and I'm going to draw it out if you guys want to see a visual of how I would run this, okay? Because I'm giving an example of how this works, okay? So, guys, are you guys enjoying the conversation? Put a fire emoji in the conversation if you guys are liking what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm breaking down a structure for my friend right here, okay, that anyone can use, okay? Now, Thank you. Continue to heart up. I see a bunch of people in here. Okay, let me show you how I would structure this deal. Okay, looking for a blank piece of paper because I be writing crazy. All right, now. Okay, all right. So now this is Grandma's fourplex. Can y'all see my paper? Okay, y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are on my YouTube. Click the link and put a 1 in the chat if you guys could see this. I'm breaking this down, guys. Thank you for the hearts. I'm breaking it down how I would structure this deal, okay? Now, watch.
We can see the paper, but we can't see what you wrote on it.
Okay. Can you see it? Y'all see my camera? How about now? All right. So Granny owns this property. Okay. Now, Granny lives in 1 unit. Okay. So this is Granny's unit. Okay. All right. That's Granny's unit.
And it's a triple decker. You said a fourplex. So you need to use a fourplex for your example.
No, I can use a threeplex. It doesn't matter. Okay. So it's a triple decker. So Granny lives in 1 unit. Okay. I'll do a triple decker. This is the house. Granny lives in the bottom unit. Okay. I'm going to put a G for Granny. Okay. All right. Y'all see that right there? Granny lives in this unit right here. Now I'm going to break everything down for you. Granny lives in that unit. Granny creates a limited liability company. Granny goes to the bank and then opens up a business checking and savings account. Okay. Now the tenants, now I'm drawing this out so you guys can see it. All right. So Granny lives in this unit. She goes to the bank. She creates a limited liability company. She opens up a business checking and savings account. Now you have the other 2 units that are vacant, 1 and 2. Okay. So the tenants are going to pay the money into the LLC account. Okay. See that? Tenant 1 and tenant 2 pays the LLC, not Granny. It goes into the limited liability company because this is called a pass-through entity. Everybody put pass-through entity. Tasha, are you here still?
Yes, I am.
Can you Google pass-through entity and tell me what the definition of that, please? Pass-through entity. Pass-through entity, okay? So now since that money is going into the LLC, she's an employer because she owns the LLC. But she is an employee to the LLC because she works for the limited liability company. Therefore, Granny pays money into the SEP IRA, and whatever she puts in that SEP IRA is tax deferred for her retirement.
Tax deferred for her retirement. So you're saying the money that the monthly rent that's coming in from apartments 1 and 2, 2 and 3, are going into this business checking account, and then she can put up to $66,000 of her own money per year.
25% of her income. It has to be 25% of her income. So let's just say that she's making $2,500 a piece from each income. And she takes all of that $5,000 on payroll. Okay. So let's do the math. Okay. So somebody do me a favor. Okay. I need your calculator. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to show you how this works. Now, if you're looking at my screen, I'm showing you guys how this works. She's taking 2,500 times 2 equals $5,000. She's making $5,000 a month. She multiplied that times 12 months. So she's getting 60. She's making 60 grand a year from these entities, right? So let's just say Granny decides to take $30,000 of that in payroll. So she's an employee. She works for the company. That $30,000 is what she's taking out of the company as payroll as a employee. So that means that $30,000 that she's taking for payroll, she could put 25% in that into the SEP IRA, which is 75 grand tax deferred. Now that 75 grand will go in. I mean, that $7,500 is going to go in there and it's going to grow tax deferred until she retires. Now,
she's already retired.
Now, if she's retired, then that money goes into her pension, and that money goes into her pension plan. It goes in there. She wants to put that money in there so it could grow. Now, what is a pass-through entity? You got it, Tasha? What does it say?
I do. It says a pass-through entity is a business structure in which the taxes on the generated business revenue are directly passed on to the owners to avoid double taxation.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. Okay, so guys, this stuff that I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to share this game for you guys. Now, are there any questions about the structure of everything? And thank you for that question. Guys, listen to me. We're talking about money right now and showing you guys how the rich people stay rich. Okay? So now she also has the depreciation schedule for that asset as well. Now, are there any questions or comments that anyone would like to propose in the listening lounge today? No questions. Type your questions in the chat if you guys got a question.
I just like to comment, you the real MVP.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since we have no questions, guys, this has been a hot room. Okay, appreciate you guys pulling up today. Guys, listen, if you guys want it, if you're a veteran or you're a non-veteran and you want to get on our VA Loan Masterclass, it's going to take place this Saturday. Okay, text VA Loan to 760-385-8211. Manfinity, you owe me a text. Did you text that number? I'm gonna call you right after this.
I did it already. Please call me ASAP.
Okay. All right, guys. Text VA Loan to 760-385-8211 if you're a vet. Text WIN if you're a non-vet and you want to get on our list. Tasha, I want to give a special shout out to my sister Tasha. Tasha, are you here? I'm gonna pick on you for a minute.
I am still here.
Okay. Now, Tasha, can I share a personal story?
I'm not retired though. I just want to put that out there.
That's fine.
But yes.
Okay. So I know Tasha because I was stationed at MCRD San Diego with her ex-husband. Okay. Many, many years ago. Now, let me tell you a story. Tasha asked me to sell her house. I was able to get her house sold. She made a lot of profit. And now I want to say congratulations. Can we put a congratulations in it? Can we type congratulations, Tasha? Do you want to give them the breaking news? Give them the breaking news today. No, you got to give them the breaking news. Tell everybody what's up right now.
I am in the process of buying my first investment property using my VA loan.
Hey! Out freaking standing. Congratulations, Tasha. How many years ago was that? How many years ago was that I sold that first property?
About 2.5 years ago.
So guys,
it took me 2.5 years to get my stuff together, figure out exactly the trajectory I wanted in my life, and I knew exactly who to turn to.
But I told Tasha when we were going through the process, I said, Tasha, if you listen to me and you commit, we will get you where you need to be. It took 2 years, but guess what? It doesn't matter how long it takes for you to get there. Tasha will be coming on here and then telling you guys that she invested in real estate this year, 2024. By June, she made a commitment that she will have her investment property utilizing her VA benefit. Now, this woman has been through a lot. She went through a tumultuous divorce. She went through a lot. Got out of the military, reestablished her credit profile, sold a property that she had been in for many years, okay? And now she's about to invest in her next piece of real estate. So we want to say congratulations to you because guess what? Tasha got the money.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you.
Congratulations, Tasha. Tony, are you able to I guess broker in every state? Or
yes.
Are you limited to certain states?
I can do every state. Okay.
Even the more complicated ones like my state.
Yes. It doesn't matter where you're at. I can help you anywhere. And I got my brother, Christopher Benitez is here. I have a good referral base.
I'm licensed here in Massachusetts too, so.
Yes.
We got. I didn't hear what you said.
She said she's licensed.
Here too. I've been doing it since 2005. I did my classes in RCC.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man. You about to be living in the hood, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just introduce something real quick. What about it when you get a job, right? So the job that I'm currently vying for puts a residency requirement on you, and you can't live outside of the city limits.
Listen to me, bro. Don't worry about it. Bro, listen to me. I got you. We got you.
All right.
Okay, we got you. We're gonna work on the money portion, and then I need to see what type of degree my sister got, man. Marquina. All right, we need to see. No, she doesn't work. She doesn't work for me, but I can vet her to see. Marquina, you need to call me because this could be your business. I need to see what type of business you're doing.
You already, Anthony.
Okay, I don't want no.
I'm not sure if you're with EXP, but I think we're with the same company.
I don't want no trouble. Okay, no lies told. Tony told me when I was looking for my house that I would have it in 2 to 3 months. TikTok, that's right. And TikTok's on currently on Instagram. And guys, we were able to get him an investment. If you want to be like Tasha, guys, and you guys want to get this, and like my man Manfinity just shot me a text. If you guys want to invest in real estate in 2024, listen, stop freaking waiting. Okay, my friends, I got a group of people, really good people. I got Bruno, Betsy. I got so many people that we're trying to get people to have that confidence to get into real estate. And if you guys are listening to me, text WIN to 760-385-8211 to get on our list. Myself, Bruno, Ian, or my brother Alberto, he's not here right now, Albert, he will reach out to you guys and get you guys on our schedule to see what you need to do. Listen, the only way we're going to be able to diagnose the motor, if it's something's wrong with it, is that we got to look at it. Okay, we'll give you a free roadmap. That's right, a free roadmap to invest in real estate. If you should not go another year without buying right now. It doesn't make sense. And this year is a really good year to do it because we're about to have election. So right now, that's the reason why the interest rates are lower. And you better get in before it's too late. Okay. Tasha's evidence. Tasha says, yes, this crew is amazing. That's evidenced by these calls and the information on the offer alone. They are here to help. So Tasha, like I said, we sold her house. She's investing in another piece of real estate. She needed to wait for a little bit because we need to work on some personal things, but we got everything together and now she's ready to go. I don't care if it takes 1 year or 10 years. Okay, this is the scrimmage. We're going to look at your stuff, tell you what you need to do. It doesn't matter where your credit is, what type of anything that you have. Listen, we will help you get to where you need to go. Call me. I'm in Kuwait, and I definitely have a question for you. TikTok, I got you right after this, okay?
I got a question real quick.
I got an answer.
Traditional mortgage versus the NACA mortgage product, which boasts to have the lowest interest rate out there, but there's a lot of hurdles you got to jump with NACA. Have you heard of NACA?
Yeah, the NACA program. I'm familiar with it.
So would you some I don't know, do you think it's a good backup? Like for instance, right now I'm trying to set myself up. I'm trying to get approved for a traditional mortgage and also approved for NACA, but there's a lot of red tape. You got to get bank statements, you got to update every month. Is it worth getting set up in both directions so that I have options when I'm ready to pull the trigger?
So listen, okay. So the NACA program, okay, the lowest credit score you can have is a 580 to 620 to qualify. So as you guys are looking through this, you want to weigh both options to see. Now, there are certain provisions in regard to rentals and doing all types of other stuff with the NACA. But listen, don't worry about that stuff. We got you, man. So anything that you guys need in regard to qualifying, we're going to help you. So it's a roadmap and it's free. So for those of you who want to invest in real estate that you haven't done it, okay, text us. Text WIN if you're a non-veteran to 760-385-8211. Okay, I'm going to text you guys right now, 760-385-8211. Text WIN to 760-385-8211 if you're a non-veteran, or text VA loan to 760-385-8211. We will hop on a call with you guys and get you guys a plan. Are there any other questions before we leave the stage? Listen, guys, if you have questions, put them in the chat. We got 37 people on Instagram Live. We got 18 people on the TikTok. Hey, Chicken Nugget. Hey, baby. My daughter just came in. Hey, what's up, Chicken Nugget? How you doing? Did you have a good day at school?
Yeah.
I love you. You fell? I see. What's up, Jack? All right. See, look, man. Now, see, this is why I love doing what I do, because I get to hang out with my man. You need a haircut. Your hair look like
yeah, I'm getting one today.
Your hair look like
no, don't say it.
Some Velcro, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, guess what, Dad? I took a math quiz today. I don't know what I got.
You already know what you got?
No, I don't know yet.
Do you think you did good?
Yes. I took a math test today.
And how do you think you did? Good. All right.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too. Okay. All right, guys. Well, listen, man, I have to get off because the chicken nuggets are home. I appreciate you guys rocking out with us real quick. Now I'm going to spend some quality time with my little chicken nuggets that just got home. Okay. Now, here's the power of what I'm talking about. Come over here. All right. Give me some game right now on investing. Go. Somebody give me some game. Who's going to go first? Carson or Anthony? I want Carson to go first.
Okay, fine.
Give me any type of game, compound interest. Tell me something that I should know about investing. Go.
Could I say debt?
Yeah, you could talk about debt. What is debt? What's the difference?
So
come over here to the mic so they can hear you.
Yeah, right there. Interest is the cost of borrowing money, and debt is when you have to pay something off. And installment debt is when you have to pay a big loan, like $1,000 off in fixed payments. And revolving debt is when, like, you're at a grocery store, and let's say you buy something for $30. Then you have to pay $30, and if you buy something else, and that's $5, then you have to pay $35. And it keeps on going up if you keep on buying until you pay it off.
That is correct. Where does the money come from in on your debit card?
Your checking account.
And then where does the money come from on the credit card? How do you pay the credit card off?
You pay the credit card off with your FICO score.
Well, close.
Well, not with your FICO score. Your FICO score is a 3-digit number that, like, determines if you're trustworthy. That's
correct. So you still got to
pay your credit card off with your own money.
With your money, right? That's good. Good job, guys. Okay, Anthony, what you got to say? Hurry up now, because we're gonna get off.
Something I learned is FICO.
Can't hear you. Come over here to the mic so they can hear you.
I learned about FICO score, which is the record of whether or not you pay back your debt and loans. There's two types of debts: revolving and installment debt. Revolving debt is debt that increases over time the longer you don't pay it. And installment.
Carson already said that. Give me something new, Jack.
Okay.
Give me something new. Teach me something.
Checkings and savings account.
Go for it. What you got?
So checkings account is correlated with your debit card, which is money that you deposit in the bank, and is used to pay off debts that you owe. And then a savings account is money that you deposit into an account that you just leave in there, and it doesn't grow over time.
Okay, let me get something else. Give me something else. Give me something else.
There's a trust is the protection of the transfer of assets from a trustor to a beneficiary.
What is a minutes document?
A minutes document is the record of what goes on in a business meeting.
Give me some of the places in the minutes document.
Your attendees, anyone who should have been there, anyone who's there or not there, your agenda, which is what you're going to talk about, any future plans, and any important things discussed in the meeting.
Okay. All right. Give me something else.
There's two types of trusts: revocable trusts and irrevocable trusts. Revocable trusts are trusts that can be changed in probate, and then irrevocable trusts are trusts that it has a less likely chance of being changed.
Okay, right out, Jack. Love you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Leaving at 4:30.
that is what I'm talking about, guys. So I am teaching my kids this stuff, okay? If they could break it down like that, everybody should have, listen, it's never too early to learn generational wealth, okay? It's never too early to learn this stuff, guys. If my kids could talk about it just like that off the top of their head, right out of school, you cannot learn this stuff. And they're not going to teach you this in school. So implement your kids in this stuff now. They got their own credit cards. They go spend the money. They know how to balance a checkbook. They know how to hold a meetings minute. Because guess what? They're the future of the company. These companies that we own, they're the future. So they're going to be running the companies when I pass away. So guess what? Why not learn it at a young age? I take my kids to the investment property, show them their stuff. They know they have investment properties. They know they're responsible for doing it. We have meetings minutes with my family every other week. Okay? If I could do it, so can you. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my little, any questions or comments about what you heard today? I want to go ahead and land with that.
I just like to say, great job, chicken nuggets.
Great job on the chicken nuggets.
Does your wife or does your mother play a role in this situation or no?
She attends some of the business meetings, when she's available. She does do some of this stuff, but when we have a family meeting, it's to include her as well, of course. So when when we have business meetings, she's involved because obviously she's going to make sure that everything is in place as well. You get what I'm saying? We have communication like that, and I think it's essential. Money and communication are the two breakers of generational wealth building. So when we're talking about this thing, Thank you, Valerie. Sister Valerie's on TikTok. Thank you for all of the love, always showing up. So, guys, what we're talking about today, we talked about the 4 generational wealth building tools for your kids. We also talked about the accounts that you can put them in. We talked about the compound interest calculator. If you guys missed the show today, make sure you guys give us a follow, and we will be doing these rooms on a regular basis. Guys, if you guys want to know how we're doing this stuff, text WIN to 760-385-8211 or text VA loan to 760-385-8211 if you guys want to get on a consultation call for free. And again, we want to say congratulations to Tasha, and we want to say congratulations to Manfinity for committing today to becoming a real estate investor. Does anybody have any? Go ahead.
When can I hear from you? When can I expect to hear from you?
I'm calling you today, bro.
Okay. I'm waiting by the phone.
All right. So guys, any questions or comments for what we talked about? Anything, put it in the chat. If you have a question, put your question in the chat. Appreciate you guys rocking out with us on the 1s and 2s. Thank you for the guys that tuned in to YouTube. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this conversation, we got 18 people on the YouTube. Can y'all go on the YouTube link and just put a comment on any of the videos that's there? I would really appreciate that. That will help us curate the algorithm. Guys, you missed a lot today. I had one earlier. Let's see here. Okay, what did you have earlier? I see you had a phone call earlier. Okay, out freaking standing, guys. All right, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow's Thursday, right? I will be on here on Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and maybe we could break down some things like maybe some how to underwrite a property or possibly how to pick a contractor. We'll have a hot topic. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys give us a follow. We will be here mañana, okay? We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.